OK， 因為阿 M 同我話我哋派錢啊嘛，係咪啊？不過而家 Hello
係冇錯 ，Leo 係咪咁樣做 ？Leo
係咪啊？咁細嘅呢個世界 OK， 好啦，咁我不如開始啦，好冇？OK， 我想睇先啊，我哋其實 send 咗個 mini survey 出嚟咧。咁咧就發現，原來大部分人都係想知道點樣買嘅啫。OK， 好啦，我 share 呢個 screen 啦。OK， 係啦，大家都係想知點買，但係唔想知買緊乜嘢，係咪？OK，
其實我投唔到票啊，
都想知㗎。
OK， 我想問有邊個買過㗎？
我
都買過㗎啦。
我都買過。
咁買過，咦？咁大部分人都買過咯喎，其實已經。OK， 我睇下先，仲有人嚟緊嘅。好，我而家寫緊你哋個名落呢個 Wheel of Fortune 嗰度。
哇！好靚啊，我中意。
OK， 好。咁咦？新入嚟，啱啱新入嚟。阿 E 係嘛 ？OK， 好啦。Hello， 大家好。咦，咁如果大家買過，不如咁啦。我今次因為我上兩次都講過啲嘢啦，不如我 Q&A 咁樣問答咁樣，可能會到題啲咯，好唔好啊？或者你有啲咩唔明啊，或者拗頭啊，咁你不如直接問我，咁我哋直接答咯，好唔好？即係 instead of presentation format 咁樣咧，好冇？好，咁你問問題啦，好冇？係，不過我自己覺得咧，其實咧 ，apart from 買 Bitcoin 或者 crypto 咧，其實都幾緊要係要 understand 背後點解要做呢件事咯。係啊，因為如果唔明成件事咧，其實會好容易做錯決定嘅。其實係啊，因為大家係淨係睇緊，哇，今日升好多或者哇，今日跌好多咁樣咧，因為最近又跌咗好多啊嘛，係咪先？咁啊，通常大家都係跌嗰陣時咧就走晒啦，OK。但係咧，其實應該跌嗰陣時係去買嘅，其實 OK。好問題啦 OK。I missed the previous session， 可以㗎，我有喺嗱，如果你去我個 channel 啦，如果你 YouTube 啦，去我個 YouTube channel 咧 videos 嗰度咧，嗱，呢度有個英文版嘅 Why Bitcoin Why Now 啦，同埋有個 Cantonese 版嘅 Why Bitcoin Why Now 咯，係啦。咁不過我今日都可能會重複有少少 concept 啦。有冇 OK？ 咁你哋有啲咩問題想問咧？
我試下問一個可能有少少奇怪嘅問題。點解你會 suggest 咧點樣去即係點樣去決定幾時？因為好似買股票咁樣啦，其實都要知道幾時放啊，或者即係應該係長揸啊定係短炒。咁我知道其實有唔同嘅坊間都有唔同嘅做法啦。咁佢哋就話短炒就係儲多啲 USDT， 咁變咗你可以喺佢跌嘅時候再買多啲。咁我想問下喺你嘅 perspective， 你覺得即係你會點樣即係處理你 Bitcoin 嘅 investment 啊
？OK，
你會一路儲住繼續由佢滾啦，定係？
不如咁咯，我問下大家點解你會想買 Bitcoin 或者其他 crypto 先，好冇？即係大家知唔知發生緊咩事咯？而家係即係成個講 Bitcoin 嘅 crypto 究竟係發生緊咩事咧？大家知唔知？
我嘅理解就係 decentralization。
係啊。不如咁樣，我講第一節先啦，或者咁樣可能會大家 on the same page 先啦。OK，咁啊 how to buy Bitcoin 咧，大家都想知，同埋我就覺得其實更加重要係要知道點解要做呢件事咯，就唔係大家都喺度做，所以就衝咗去做咁樣咯，因為咁樣會好危險嘅。如果你唔明白點解要做呢件事嘅話，咁咧其實呢個就係一個 Noah's Ark 啦，因為大家都知唔知而家係啲銀紙係印出嚟嘅啫 ，OK， 係啦，即係同埋大家識唔識呢個人叫 Michael Saylor 啊？有冇聽過佢名？
知道。
佢而家係全球 own Bitcoin own 得最多個人係佢 convince 阿 Elon Musk 買 Bitcoin 嘅。OK， 咁我覺得呢個人係非常值得 follow 啦。OK， 因為我覺得佢係佢 MIT 畢業啦，佢間公司叫 MicroStrategy 啦。咁佢呢個都有講一句話 ，Bitcoin isn't a train leaving the station, it's an ark， 就係 Noah's Ark 啦 ，to avoid drowning in the currency flood 咯。OK， 咁我覺得咧就如果要 understand crypto 啊 Bitcoin 呢件事咧，有兩個 myth 要擺低，就係或者我覺得因為件事係同我哋平時或者由細到大嘅 education 係好反轉嘅件事。OK， 第一個就係、可能大家都知啦，呢個 Robert Kiyosaki 成日講嘅 work hard and get a job 呢個 myth 咯。大家知唔知道 ESBI 呢樣嘢？即係Robert Kiyosaki 咪就係富爸爸窮爸爸個作者嘛，係咪？咁佢係講咗30年啦已經。OK， 即係話如果你係 employee 嘅話咧，其實你係換緊時間、錢同時間啦，係咪？咁其實 self-employed 係一樣嘅啫。OK， 係要你係 business owner， 你 scale 到你個 business 啦，或者你係 investor 咧，先至喺右邊呢啲人先會揾到錢咯。OK，咁其實你講 invest in Bitcoin 就係其中就係 investor 啦，係咪？即係 invest 去點樣去 scale 你嘅 time 咧，基本上因為你打工嘅話，你其實係將你個每一日每一個鐘嘅時間去換金錢噶嘛。咁你每一日係得嗰10幾個鐘頭做嘢嘅啫嘛，仲要瞓覺咧，係咪咁樣嘅？第二個 myth 咧就係呢個係我自己嘅私人 perspective 就你可以唔同意嘅因為而家我覺得都好多唔同嘅 perspective 嘅，咁睇下你做咩行業啦，就會有唔同嘅 perspective 嘅。我自己覺得個 myth 就係咧，儲錢啦，由細到大阿媽叫你儲錢啦，係咪？咁同埋 diversify 你個 portfolio 啦，即係好多啲financial manager 都叫你 diversify 你個 portfolio， 即係又買啲 stock， 又買啲 bond， 又買啲樓，又買啲咁樣嘅，係咪？我想問呢度有冇人係做 finance 㗎？除咗阿 Sim 之外。
喺銀行度做係咪 finance 啊？
係啊 finance 咯。
係啊咁。
OK， 好啊，咁我講嘅嘢咧，可能都幾反轉嘅喎。其實係，我試下呢度寫多個名先 ，Julius， hello，Julius，OK， 咁點解我覺得呢個係已經不合時宜咧？就因為第一咧，大家有冇留意咧？你銀行啲錢咧？個 interest 係低到爆嘅咯，已經係0.01% 咁樣咯，即係好似俾你1% 已經好多 interest。OK，sorry 啊 Sim。OK， 但係你記唔記得曾幾何時？我唔知大家幾大啦，你有冇記得80年代、90年代咧啲 interest 可以10幾個 percent 嘅喎？你擺喺銀行嘅話，係嘛？記唔記得嗰個年代啊？咁點解會咁？唔
係我嘅年代啊。
點解會咁少 interest 嘅咧？大家有冇諗過？銀行點樣賺錢嘅咧？其實咁咧，
你嘅錢借出去，將你嘅錢借出去。
係啊，但係咁少喎，0.01喎，咁你不如擺喺床下底，係咪？點解嚇？
多錢得滯，即係個市面上嘅 cash 多得滯。
由今年開始咧，2020年咧，美國已經印咗21% of 所有嘅 US dollar，OK？咁而家即係市場充斥住好多錢啦，係咪？所以點解近1半年嘅股市咧係起到冚冚聲？因為啲錢冇掟走啊嘛，又唔可以出街買嘢啦，同埋你都會發現樓價係一路會起嘅，其實，因為啲錢冇掟走啊嘛。咁仲有咧？唔係淨喺美國喎，係全球啲銀行都印緊銀紙嘅，其實或者政府印緊銀紙啊，即係包括美國呢個最勁啦，咁中國又印啦 ，Russia 又印啦 ，Europe 又印啦 ，Japan 又印啦，總之全球都係印緊。咁點解？因為而家 pandemic 啊嘛，咁其實政府即係instead of fix 個 financial problem 咧， 最容易就係派錢咯，係咪？因為而家同埋大家知唔知 Robert Kiyosaki 講咗30年咧，就係咧由1970年嗰個年代咧 ，President Nixon 啦美國係將 dollar 同 gold depact 咗嘅，OK， 即係以前係你銀行要有咁多金咧，先有咁多銀紙嘅咯，但係而家係唔使喎，同埋咧而家係其實你銀行嗰啲零頭咧係打落去就得噶啦，同埋如果你做銀行，你會知道咧，其實銀行係唔需要擺咁多現金喺度嘅。大家有冇試過？譬如就算我喺呢度咧，我去銀行咧，我想攞譬如3000蚊加幣咁樣啦 ，which is 即係萬幾人港幣啦。如果你問佢再攞多啲咧，佢係攞唔到俾你嘅。你要預早申請㗎。你試下入銀行攞幾百萬咧，係唔會即刻有㗎。係啊，同埋咧，佢會問你點解要攞咁多錢。我第一次買 Bitcoin 嗰陣時咧，呢個係2017年啦，係啦，2017年嗰陣咧，都幾好笑。我去上咗商業銀行啦，咁跟住咧就問佢，即係其實我攞幾廿萬出嚟嘅，咁樣咧，因為好多錢啦，係咪？我係攞 cash 喎，喂，咁我嗰個 counter 嗰人咧就問我。你做乜攞咁多錢啊？即係其實佢銀行要 flag 你嘅，如果你攞咁多錢嘅話，即係驚你洗黑錢啦。基本上係咪？咁跟住佢話咁我話我想買 crypto 咯。咁跟住佢就唔知我講乜啦。咁跟住就問後邊嗰個manager 啦上嚟啦。咁個 manager 話你係咪買比特幣啊？咁樣咧。咁我話係啊，咁樣啦。咁佢話其實係點買㗎？咁即係其實銀行啲人都唔知點買嘅咯，OK。咁我就拎住一沓錢咧，即係擺喺個袋度啦，好似走佬咁樣咧。咁咧就走咗去灣仔有間係 physical 嘅 crypto exchange， 係啦。咁同埋咧，你去買如果你去 physical exchange 買咧，你其實要有個銀行嘅信咧，證明咧你呢筆唔係黑錢嚟嘅咯，係啊。即係乾淨嘅錢啦，咁我跟住咧就上去又要排隊。嗰陣時當其時2017年咧係第一次升到叭叭聲嘅嚇，2017年尾係升到叭叭聲嘅。咁跟住就我去嗰個 crypto exchange 咧，就好多即係好多國籍嘅人喺嗰度喎，有日本人，有韓國人，又有鬼佬喺度買緊 crypto，即係排晒隊咁樣嘅其實係。咁跟住我就拎住沓銀紙。佢真係上去另一間房啦，拎住沓銀紙，跟住佢就有數錢機喺度咧，咁佢就即係換咯嚇。咁跟住我就要等15分鐘先至去到我個 app 嗰度喎，即係我個 app wallet 嗰度喎。即係其實你第一次買係好驚恐嘅，因為咧你都唔知佢幾時去到你個 app wallet 噶嘛，係咪 ？OK， 好啦，咁咧呢度係啦，咁我講咗呢個誘因點解？咁其實。Bitcoin 咧係 equivalent to digital gold 咯。其實Bitcoin 唔係 currency 嚟嘅，即係譬如你金你唔會日日拎出街去買賣噶嘛。其實佢係 equivalent to 金咯，但係 digital 嘅咯。OK，咁咧，但係咧我建議大家聽下啲 money historian 每一次歷史上咧咁樣嘅銀紙法咧都係不好的結果嘅，其實係啦。咁樣咧譬如委內瑞拉啦、南美啦，你知佢哋係個 inflation 超晒班啦，係咪？跟住就算係第一世界大戰Germany 咧嗰陣時都係又係印銀紙印癲咗啦。包括 Zimbabwe 咧，非洲啦，係啦，都係印銀紙印到癲咗之後就會 hyperinflation 噶啦。OK， 大家有冇感覺到香港而家都貴咗？食嘢有冇覺得貴咗？係，即係其實嚟緊係 hyperinflation。我遲啲 send 個 link 俾你睇，有一個financial KOL 咧，佢又講咧，因為尤其是疫情啦，所有嘅食物啦，同埋啲 commodities 咧個價格係貴咗噶啦嚇，譬如黃豆啦、米啦， 同埋呢個玉米啦 ，which is corn 啦，即係所有呢啲 basic commodity。咁其實好多食物都係黃豆同埋玉米去做 ingredient 嘅喎，同埋啲鐵啊，即係所有啲 basic 嘅 commodity pricing 係起緊㗎啦。其實咁阿 Michael Saylor 咧就話咧，如果你份人工咧唔係每年升25%咧，你係 catch 唔到呢個通脹嘅咯。catch up 唔到通脹啊 ，OK 咁所以咧傳統嘅金同埋Bitcoin 係 hedge inflation 咯，係啦，當然啦有唔同派別啦，即係通常係老啲嗰輩咧就會信金多啲嘅，後生嗰輩咧就會信 Bitcoin 多啲嘅。我自己咧即係 sitting in the middle 啦。我兩邊都有啦，但係我自己都覺得個未來應該係 more cryptocurrency 嘅咯，因為金雖然佢係幾千年都有價值，但係你冇理由攞住兩條金條上飛機㗎嘛，係咪？同埋你係 send 唔到俾人㗎咯，你唔可以 send 去非洲㗎咯，你啲金係啊，咁所以即係佢係一個 innovative 嘅 financial technology 咯，係啦嗱，咁呢個 Zimbabwe 咧。即係如果 hyperinflation 嘅話咧，你就會好多銀紙咧都換唔到好多物資嘅，其實。OK，咁我就覺得咧呢個Mike Maloney 講嗰個 Hidden Secrets of Money 咧，即係講 Fall of the Roman Empire，佢而家其實係講緊美國咧就有少少好似羅馬帝國。大家知唔知羅馬帝國嗰時咧冧之前咧都係有print money 啊，佢叫 coin clipping 啊嗰陣，即係咧啲銀咧，佢就會啲 coin 咧，佢會 clip 咗啲 corner 啦，跟住再用嗰啲咧，再去溶咗佢咧，再整新嘅錢，跟住再加啲雜質落去咧，即係其實佢咪就係 debase 緊嘅 money 咁樣咯。OK， 好，我哋而家有幾多人嚟咗咧？睇先下，10個。好，不如我哋咧。唔講咁多 theory 字啦，不如我哋派下錢先啦。Emily，
耶，好啊，
Julie，
嚟啊
Cindy 嗰時，我寫翻啲名喺度先啊。仲有邊個名我未寫㗎 ？Julius、Lucy， 我係1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9 ，OK， 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。咦，阿 Sim 啊？點解會多咗個名嘅 ？OK， 唔緊要，好，咁我嚟咯喎。我哋可能每人，我哋揀呢一個話 Emily。
兩個係嘛？但係你係咪想而家抽個之後再抽定點？你話
可以啊。好，咁我撳個咯喎。
好緊張。
抽兩個好唔好啊？Click to spin，耶！key 好，咁跟住再揾多一個 key
耶！
好，哇！再撳多次，哎先喎，哎呀 Emily，
呢個就係種種子嘅法力啦。都係我。
你想再轉多次定係自己收？
再轉多次啊！我將我個好運讓俾人啊！
好啦，OK， 再嚟個呢個 Wheel of Fortune， 咪耶！好啦，好啦，咁不如我 demo 一下啦，點樣俾錢阿咪咪同我 key 啦，好唔好 ？OK 啦，我
好啊。
先。好啦，嗱，你咪裝咗呢個嘅 ，oops，sorry， 大家咪裝咗呢個 wallet 啊嘛，係咪？
裝咗。
好啦，嗱，我自己即係其實咧係有好多牌子嘅 wallet 嘅。 我自己覺得 BRG 係比較容易明啦，同埋比較整得靚仔少少咁樣咯。哎呀，成日，sorry啊，咦，有咩呢度？係啦，即係其實因為有好多 exchanges 都有自己 wallet 嘅，譬如 Binance 都有自己 wallet 啦，或者試下呢個再先。
我得 Binance 咋咋。
Binance 啦，sorry 睇唔到。Binance 咧，但係佢個 design 咧，我覺得有陣時有少問題，就係上次我同阿 Jessica S 咧，佢咧就用 Binance 咧買完之後咧，佢就揀錯咗個 network 啊，佢 send 咗去 Binance 嘅 network，唔係 send 咗去 Ethereum network 咧，咁有啲錢唔知去咗邊度，跟住我要揾人同佢急救先 rescue 翻啲錢。
攞得翻㗎。
係，即係基本上好似佢個仔 send 錯咗上去個 train station，行錯咗路軌，走咗去唔知邊度咯。係，同埋如果你唔係好 techy，
我都試過，
根本係冇可能識得點樣去攞翻嘅，其實。咁所以我覺得佢嗰度有少少sneaky 咯，因為咧，因為其實你知道Ethereum 係其中一個 network 啦。其實 Binance 咧佢自己係 build 緊一個 competitive 嘅 network 啊。咁佢咧就好明顯就 show 俾你睇 Ethereum 嗰個貴10倍。咁你係梗係揀 Binance 嗰個啦，係咪？咁係你揀咗 Binance 嗰個咧，你就唔係去咗 Ethereum 嘅 network，咁就佢就睇唔到佢嘅錢咯，基本上係啦。OK， 係我而家 show 先啦。喺咪度啊？咦 ？Hello。等先啊，再嚟個，佢未 show 到出嚟。為什麼呢？再嚟個。有邊個未買過㗎？未買過 Bitcoin 㗎？
我未買過。
包係嘛？
係。
Okay. 好。啊，點解 show 唔到？一陣。Betty 入嚟。唉，我唔知點解 show 唔到喎，等先啊！哎呀，呢個可以 close 咗佢啦。喂，不如我喺呢度 show 下啦。啊，你見唔見到？嗱，佢個 interface 係咁樣嘅。啊，呢個就係一個 crypto wallet 啦。咁咧，咁嗱 ，Bitcoin 係其中一種嘅啫。OK，咁如果你去上呢個 Coin Market Cap 啦，你就會見到 Bitcoin 係最大嘅，即係最多人有個 market cap 係咁多咯，而家係 OK。第二大係 Ethereum 啦，咁跟住仲有好多千個 coin 啦。OK，但係咧，我建議你如果初玩嘅話咧，你就唔好太投機啦，因為你要明白呢啲 coin 係咩 purpose 啦，先至去玩咯。即係如果亂咁玩嘅話，你會好容易損手爛腳嘅，基本上係。同埋 crypto 嘅 market 係 move 得好快㗎，即係可能你幾個鐘瞓咗咧，已經跌咗一半或者升咗1倍咁樣嘅咯。係啊，因為佢係24小時嘅咯，佢唔係好似 stock market 咁樣咧。New York Stock Exchange 係5點會閂門嘅，唔係嘅咯。OK，咁呢個頭10大就喺呢度啦。OK，咁跟住係啦，而家 Bitcoin 37,000啦，但係咧，我上年咧11月第一次講嗰陣時咧，知唔知幾多錢啊？嗱，上年
19,000啊，
係上年11月啦。嗱，呢度睇你去 Yahoo Finance 要睇翻11月。OK， 係啦，嗱呢個差唔多呢度到啦。 係19000嘅啫。OK，咁但係其實曾經年頭咧係升到6萬幾嘅喎。OK，但係我講之前咧，其實我喺 Tony 個 community 度咧都講咗好耐㗎啦。我係喺舊年嘅6月前咧，都一路喺度講，嗰陣時係8000蚊嘅啫，其實係啊。咁而我咧，其實係2015年咧已經知道有 Bitcoin 呢件事啦。我嗰陣時係因為去 Tony 嘅 Financial Mastery 咯。咁嗰陣時你估下幾多錢？係500蚊。
6000。
唔想估啊！
8蚊啊嗰陣係，但係我嗰時冇買，
哇，抵得爛啊！
所以
傾家蕩產買啊！
冇買到咧，所以我係2017年嗰時第一次買啦。咁當其時係升到上去21000度嘅。2017年未升到21000，跟住佢跌翻落嚟3000蚊喎。OK，咁當然喺嗰個時間咧，大家就哎呀好驚啊走晒咁樣啦，係咪？咁我就知道咧係應該有呢個心態啦。OK，當然你要明咗點解要咁樣做先啦。但係睇下我想俾你望下。你知唔知即係 Warren Buffett 講嗰句啦？Be fearful when everyone is greedy, and be greedy when everyone is fearful 啊嘛，係咪？咁當然要明咗呢個 investment，你係咪信佢係 long term 先？即係唔係所有嘢都要呢個心態嘅。OK，咁而家呢個 market 係咩情況？你覺得？而家大家係 fearful 定 greedy 咧
fearful 我覺得都係少少。
前排就更明顯係 fearful 啦。
前面係啦，前排再勁啲咯。
係啦，咁大家 fearful 嗰陣時，你應該做咩
greedy
買
係啦，就係咁樣啦。OK，係啦。咁嗱，如果睇翻 bigger picture 咧，其實我覺得我哋係 in the middle of a financial revolution 嘅。係啊，同埋你睇翻歷史咧，因為咧我係經過第一個 dot-com boom and bust 噶咯。我嗰陣時喺美國做嘢，我係因為爆咗煲先翻嚟香港嘅啫。其實之前係啊，所以即係我覺得咧 more than a financial revolution 咧，其實係一個 second 嘅 internet revolution 咯。OK，即係我諗如果20年前同你講咧，會上網買嘢啊，跟住 online retail 會勁過 offline retail，你都唔信啦。係咪？或者30年前同你講唔使寫信咧，你都會覺得吓，有乜可能啊？我記得第一個年代出大哥大手機嗰陣咧，有啲人係覺得，使乜喺度扮嘢，使乜用手機啫？即係 BB 機個年代咧，係啊。不過你可能好細個啦嗰陣，係。嗱，點解係一個 second internet revolution 咧？嗱，呢個係一個 technology adoption cycle 嚟嘅。呢個係所有新嘅 technology 一出嚟咧，都係會咁樣嘅。咁因為咧，我係試過 dot-com bubble 啊嘛，係啦。呢個係2000年尾嗰陣咧，就喺呢度啊。我就因為2002年爆咗，不過我先翻嚟香港嘅，其實係啊。咁但係咧，2000年我啱啱畢業嗰陣時咧，哇！啲 job offer 係多到爆㗎咯，我有7個 job offer 嗰個年代。OK，係啊。嗱咁Bitcoin 又係咧，2017其實就喺呢度嘅，跟住2018年頭就去到3000蚊咯，就喺呢度咯。嗰陣時咧，我覺得咧，我哋仲喺 early adopters 嗰度，而家啱啱入緊 mainstream 啊。但係都未係全部人知嘅喎。你會身邊有好多人係唔信啦，或者猶豫啦，係咪？所以我哋未到呢度，我哋而家仲喺呢度嘅啫。其實我自己覺得啦，係啦。
可唔可以請問下呢個圖點樣解讀啊？係咪上下其實係同一個 timeline 㗎？
係啊，同一個 timeline 啊，係啊。嗱，其實咧呢個係 psychology 嚟嘅，即係每當有一個新嘅 technology 出現咧，就會初咧就會大家就哇超踴躍啊！你記唔記得幾年前咪 ICO 嘅？知唔知咩 ICO？Initial Coin Offering 啦。
知道。
咁就哇大家湧晒入去啦，跟住又爆煲啦。其實係因為大家太踴躍，唔知咩事。總之人哋提到嗰個字，譬如就算 Internet 初 .com 逢親有 .com 咧， 啲人都會湧住去投資噶嘛。OK， 咁 Bitcoin 一樣嘅，之前就係有 blockchain 個字咧，就湧住去投資咯，基本上都唔理三七日咧，都唔去 understand 個 business 係乜嘢咧，就湧住去投資咯，基本上係啦。咁收尾咁如果大家都係咁咧，就當然有個 bubble 啦，係咪？因為 at the same time 其實係有好多 scam 㗎，因為當大家都唔識嘅時候咧，就會好容易俾人呃咯，基本上係啊。咁所以我自己咧又覺得唔使咁驚，但係最緊要係大家要做功課咯，即係大家要知道。
有個問題喺 chat 就係你阿包問你嘅 long term strategy。
我個 long term strategy 就係 buy and hold 咯，唔好炒嚟炒去。即係如果你compare 翻而家呢個情況同 internet 呢個 revolution 咧，即係 Amazon 啊、Facebook、Google 咧，你諗下，如果你十幾年前買咗 Amazon 股票或者 Google 股票，你會唔會日日睇住個市？哎呀，今日升啊，今日跌啊，跟住炒啊咁樣？唔，即係其實你買完 hold 同埋dollar cost averaging 啦。嚇！你見佢低就買，低就買咁樣啦。咁當然你要 decide 你嘅 portfolio 有幾多部分係 Bitcoin 啦，或者 crypto 啦。即係坊間有啲人就話，如果你個risk level 唔係咁高咧，咁你咪 1% of 你嘅 portfolio 咯，係咪？再大啲咪 10% 咯，係咪？我都已經係40% 㗎啦，其實係啊，因為我自己係超信啦。咁但係就 depends on 你信唔信咯，係咪？咁我又唔建議你盲目地去做呢件事嘅，因為你真係要 study 咯，係啊。同埋因為我個細佬係讀 computer science 嘅，咁所以我有啲咩咧，我都係問佢嘛。因為呢啲即係我自己覺得，你都要識少少 tech 先明到件事，因為而家太早咧，好多嘢係好難明啊。OK。但係可能去到10年後咧，我哋會覺得乜以前仲用錢，以前 wire 錢要咁耐嘅，即係可能10年後已經係我係一秒鐘已經 send 到錢俾你，即係無論你喺世界任何各地咧，都係可以做到呢件事。係啦，咁啊呢個答唔答到你嘅問題咧？係我係會我比較傾向 Michael Saylor 嗰個講法啦。OK， 係啊。我就係咁樣嘅，我覺得我係最主要係 Bitcoin 同 Ethereum 啦，其他 altcoin 咧我就喺crypto 嘅 portfolio 裏邊再 1% 咯，嚇，即係我係咁樣 strategy 咯，係啊，咁啊呢個 not financial advisor，唔該大家自己做功課。好，係啦，咁所有個 technological adoption 個 cycle 都係咁樣嘅，係啊，咁。咁我自己就覺得同埋咧，而家喺 crypto 個 world 咧，好多名我覺得係改錯咗名，所以大家點解搞到好 confuse？OK， 但係其實咧我覺得用打麻雀嘅 analogy 都幾啱嘅。OK， 其實咧佢就有少少似咧，我哋打麻雀咧，每人有個賬簿啦。OK， 即係其實你諗深一層咧，銀行咧佢係幫你記帳嘅啫嘛。即係譬如我揾到錢，跟住就擺咗份人工落去銀行嗰度，咁跟住我每次拎出嚟，咁佢係記咗帳啦，係咪？或者我匯錢出去又係記咗帳咯。咁其實呢個 revolution 就係其實 blockchain 呢個 revolution 啦，即係區塊鏈呢個 revolution 咧，其實係 get rid of 晒所有 middleman 啊。其實唔係淨係 finance 㗎。OK， 即係嗱，譬如咁樣，原本咧。如果我要 send 錢去香港俾阿 Sim 啦，當我係要經過銀行噶嘛，經過我間銀行啦、加拿大銀行啦 ，send 譬如加幣或者美金去 HSBC 俾阿 Sim 咁樣啦，當係咯。但係呢個 revolution 就係咧冇晒 middleman 可以唔需要銀行啊。咁點解咧？係因為佢將即係個 invention 就係咧。我哋其實有好多，因為我哋 internet 咧係好多電腦 connected together 咁解嘛，係咪？同埋大家知唔知咧？其實咧你都可以做其中一個 computer node 嘅喎。譬如我細佬咁樣啦，跟住佢識 佢識電腦嗰啲嘢啦。佢自己係有部機喺屋企咧，係做掘礦嘅咯 ，mining 咯。你都得㗎，你自己可以買部機擺喺屋企咧。其實佢係一個叫 node 啦，咁佢哋就會 validate 個 transaction 啊。咁就好似咧，我哋打麻雀，當我哋4個打麻雀啦，咁跟住咧，阿包贏咗喎，阿包贏咗100蚊喎，跟住咧，我哋4個咧就要認證，阿包贏咗100蚊，咁跟住阿 Emily 又話阿包贏咗100蚊，咁跟住阿 Key 又話阿包贏咗100蚊，咁大家都認同阿包贏咗100蚊咧，咁呢個 transaction 就 confirm 咁樣啦。所以點解你買 crypto 嗰陣時咧，佢其實係要喺個 network 度咧做呢個 confirmation 㗎。係啦，咁咧就唔使一個 middleman 啦，因為我哋大家係一個 decentralized 嘅 consensus 咯，係啊，咁咧係啦，即係譬如我 send 10蚊俾阿Sim 咁樣啦，咁其實佢就喺嚿雲度咧喺度認證啦嚇，認證啦 OK，咁點解呢個 concept 我覺得需要明咧？就因為咧，當你叫你個 app 做 crypto wallet 嘅時候咧，大家以為啲錢咧喺個電話度㗎，但係其實呢個名字係錯嘅咯，我覺得，因為其實啲錢唔係喺你個電話度㗎，你啲錢喺個雲度㗎。大家有冇試過咧？裝 WhatsApp，即係譬如你唔見咗個手機，咁睇唔到 WhatsApp 啦，係咪？咁你可能咧買嗰個新手機咧，你再裝嗰個 WhatsApp 咧。你所有啲 message 會 download 翻落嚟噶嘛？所以你嗰啲 messages 咧唔喺個手機裏邊噶，喺個雲度咯。咁係同一概念咯。所以點解咧？你最緊要咧唔係部手機都唔緊要，你最緊要係嗰12個字咯。你嗰12個字唔見咗咧，係冇人可以幫到你嘅。你冇得打電話去 Brad Wallet 問佢我12個字係乜嘢咯。因為佢成個 movement 就係 decentralize 咗咧，咁就每人係自己個銀行嚟㗎啦。你係 responsible for 你自己嘅錢㗎，係啊，你冇。
就呢度阿包有個問題啊，佢想問咧，你嘅 recommendation 就係到底可以買 Bitcoin ETF 啊、mutual fund 啊、blockchain 嘅 related stock 啊？如果佢係驚 cyber security 或者驚唔見咗佢話，呢啲 recommend 咧？
第一又係唔係 financial advice，OK？嗱，所以點解我話咧要明呢件事嗰個 fundamental 好緊要咧，就係咧，當你明成個 movement 係 about decentralization 同 get rid of middleman 咧，喂 ETF 係咪 middleman 啊？
係。
mutual fund 係咪 middleman 啊？
係。
stock 係咪 middleman 啊？
係。
咁嗱，我自己覺得咁樣嘅，即係當然唔係01嘅，因為我覺得因為而家呢個 technology 實在有啲新啦，同埋好難用啊，所以點解有啲人會 choose to 揾 middleman 去幫佢手咯？就好似早期 internet 咧未有 AOL 嘅，記唔記得 ？AOL 就係
咩嚟㗎？
American Online 啊，你知唔知我講咩？OK， 早期嘅 internet 咧係好難用㗎。你記得早期嘅 internet 嗰啲 web address 咧係192.168.14.53咁樣咧，係咪？咁所以咧早期嘅 internet 咧係有 American Online 咧就整到好鬼 user friendly 咁樣咧，就係一個 BB 池咯，基本上就係俾啲電腦白痴嘅人去用嘅，就好容易用啦。OK， 咁而家係一樣嘅，因為而家好難用咧。咁所以就會有啲人，好頭痛，我冇咁多時間去 figure this out 咧。咁佢咪去買 Bitcoin ETF 或者 mutual fund 咯。但係我想話，成個 revolution 就係你唔需要 middleman 啊嘛。所以其實呢啲 middleman 咧，中間係賺好多錢嘅。OK， 咁但係即係個好處就係你唔想煩，咁你咪俾人賺你筆錢去俾佢託管咯，係啊。It's like holding gold blocks versus gold ETF. That's my understanding. 其實逢親有 middleman 嘅話，你啲嘢都唔安全嘅 in a way。係啊，譬如咁講，我講啲實例啦。譬如你啲錢喺 HSBC， 咁如果即係嗱，而家有啲政治問題啦，香港係咪先？咁如果佢懷疑你覺得我哋係咪出去 protest 啊？咁佢可以封咗你個 account 噶嘛 ？OK， 係啦。咁但係如果係 decentralized 嘅話咧，佢係封唔到你嘅 account 㗎，冇得封㗎，係啊。除非你戇居居地話俾人聽你嘅 seed phrase 係乜嘢啦，係咪？係啊。同樣咧，我哋而家嘅 internet 咧，其實唔係完全 decentralized 嘅喎。我俾你睇下呢個，我試下。OK， 其實我哋而家 internet 咧係第二個。點解咧？因為咧以前係 centralized 啦，就係我要 send 筆錢去俾阿 Sim 咧，咁我要經過中間人銀行啦。呢個 model 咧其實係中國嘅，因為佢係控制晒所有嘢啦。OK， 而家我哋 internet 咧其實係呢個 model 嘅，係你會見到個 internet 係有幾個霸權啦，基本上係即係五分天下，三分天下咁樣啦。即係 Google 大晒啦 ，Facebook 大晒啦，係咪？呢個 Netflix 大晒咁樣啦。OK， 咁呢個 model 有咩問題咧？就係譬如 Facebook 咁樣，你擺啲嘢上 Facebook 咧，唔係你 own 嘅喎，係佢 own 咗你啲 content 㗎。係啊，同埋大家都知唔知？譬如 YouTube 未有話黃標嘅。即係如果你講咗某啲言論，佢唔 approve 嘅話，佢可以即係 take you down 咁樣咯。係啊，咁所以咧，而家我哋個 internet 咧係呢個 model 嘅。咁我哋而家去緊個 model 咧 ，decentralization 就係呢個 model 啦。就係咧，所有係 peer to peer 咯，即係譬如我以後要轉錢俾你咧，我係直接轉俾你嘅啫。或者以後我哋搭 Uber 咧，其實 Uber 都係 middleman 嚟㗎 ，Airbnb 都係 middleman 嚟㗎，阿里巴巴、淘寶、Tmall 所有都係 middleman 嚟㗎。但我哋去緊個 model 就係咧，會冇晒呢啲中間人啊。OK， 係啦，咁樣咧就所以即係成件事就係咁樣咯。OK， 咁睇下你 buy 唔 buy 呢件事啦。即係你覺得啊，我哋個 internet 嚟緊係咪咁樣咧？咁我諗最大個影響就係、你知唔知全球7億人口咧，好似有6億咧都係冇 access to bank account 㗎。即係譬如你非洲啊啲第三世界國家咧，其實嗰啲地方先至 adopt the crypto 最勁啊！大家知唔知最近 Beeple 嗰單新聞啊 ？NFT crypto art 嗰間新聞啊？
唔知 detail。
嗱呢個咧好誇張。Beeple 係一個 artist 啦，咁佢就整咗呢幅畫啦。呢幅畫係佢每一日整一幅，咁啊唔知整咗幾多年嘅 5,000 days，OK，5,000 days，所以整咗有5000日咯。咁佢每日整一幅啦，OK，咁都幾靚嘅，OK，咁呢個係 art 啦，OK，咁咧就有一個印度人咧。就買咗呢幅畫咧，係69 million 美金咯，係咪 O 嘴啊？但係呢幅畫係 digital 嘅喎 ，OK？咁點解呢個係significant 咧？因為 blockchain 咧係 solve 咗一個好大嘅問題，就係咧，我哋所有 digital 嘅嘢咧，以前咧係 copy 得噶嘛，係咪？即係譬如相又 copy 得啦 ，video 又 copy 得啦 ，text 又可以 copy and paste 啦。但係因為有咗 blockchain 之後咧，就可以 non-fungible，即係唔可以 copy 啦。咁即係話你所有嘅 digital art 咧，都係可以 copy 唔到啊！即係唔係 copy 唔到，而係佢有嗰個認證，佢知道咧呢幅先係 original 咯。 其實咧係 disrupt 咗傳統嘅傳統嘅制度，基本上係啊。譬如話，以前如果你係 artist 或者係 musician 嘅話咧，你其實要好靠啲中間人㗎，你要靠啲大唱片公司啦，或者啲 art gallery 啦，咁佢可能斬你一半㗎嘛，係咪先？你可能如果買一幅畫原本係10萬嘅，咁佢就斬你一半，你得5萬嘅收嘅啫。OK，咁而家呢個成個 revolution 就係冇 middleman 啊嘛，冇 middleman 即係我可以直接 sell 俾你喎。咁我咪唔使俾人賺咗中間個忽咯，咁所以係一個 shift in power，OK，我自己覺得係一個 shift in power 嚟嘅。係啦，咁嚟緊，因為 decentralization 咧會有好多 innovation 出嚟噶啦，超級多 innovation 出嚟。包括咧阿 Tracy 好似之前問我想講呢個 Ethereum 啦，Ethereum 係第2大嘅 cryptocurrency 啦。咁咧，其實咧佢個 Ethereum 就好似即係我個比喻就好似八爪魚咁樣，佢其實係將所有啲 apps 咧或者啲 website 咧變咗做 decentralize 咯，即係 instead of 譬如 YouTube 佢係 centralize 噶啦，咁就會有 another version of YouTube 咧係 decentralize 噶。譬如我哋而家嘅網站，internet 所有網站其實係 centralize 嘅，你知唔知？即係嗱，譬如我個網站係 elaine@.com 啦，OK。咁我呢個 host 咗喺某一個某一間公司嗰度啦。咁但係如果有一日佢話喂，我唔中意 Elaine，OK，佢可以 shut me down 嘅。咁我呢個 website 就你睇唔到噶啦會 ，OK。哎呀 ，Julie 都嚟啊，但係我講廣東話喎。Hi Julie， 咦咁我點啊？我係咪應該轉英文台啊？Hello，Hi Julie。
Hello, hi Elaine.
Hi. Okay, maybe I'll switch to English now. How are you? Thanks for coming. Okay.
So
Yeah.
do whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay. Unstoppable domains. Okay, yeah, I was just talking about actually Bitcoin and crypto is all about the revolution of blockchain, which is decentralization, right? So instead of like my website being hosted on a centralized place, right now there are a lot of new services coming out. Like for example, this one is called unstoppable domains, meaning like if I register my my website like on unstoppable domains, nobody will be able to take my website down. Yeah. So it's basically the internet is duplicating itself. Like so all these services that are here right now, there's going to be new companies coming out doing exactly the same thing, but it's going to be decentralized. Do you get what I mean? So for example, this one. Yeah, so all these apps that we're very familiar with today, like our browsers, our storage, our video calls, social network, messaging, are all gonna evolve to, not evolve even, I think these are gonna be new companies replacing the old companies. So for example, right now, I'm actually using Brave browser. So this is Web 2.0 and this is Web 3.0. So for example, here, this is Brave browser. Okay, so this is decentralized. And the difference is for let's say Chrome, you are tracked, okay, on the traditional browsers, but on Brave, I also get rewards for using them. Okay, so I can actually connect. So I have like accumulated 7.9 BAT, which is the coin for the Brave browser. which is equivalent to $6 US, and I can put this on my crypto wallet actually. Yeah. Okay. So maybe let's go back to the buying part.
Kiki has another question. She asked,
Oh, sure.
consider chat now. Where's it?
Are
She asks, are these making use of Ethereum technology?
Yeah, so Ethereum is like a web, it's like a app store, like Apple App Store, right? Where you have many applications. So Ethereum is a network, and you can create many different services on top of it. So for example, okay, let me give you a few scenarios, okay? So today when you go buy an apartment, you need to go for a lot of middlemen. You need to go for a broker, right? You need to go for a bank, right? They need to verify your your information and all that, right? So in the future, with smart Ethereum, like smart contracts, you don't need all these middlemen. So it's actually making everything more efficient, okay? And also with, for example, voting even, right? Right now, if we want to vote, we're going through a middleman. Who's the middleman? La Faco, right? Or the the legislative, like the council, right? That's a middleman, right? But in the future, you don't need to. Even if you maybe in the future, if you vote for Miss Hong Kong, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be TVB says who is the good Miss Hong Kong, right? It will be decentralized. It'll be everybody voting. Yeah. So so all these are the use cases for smart contract, which is built on Ethereum. It could be your identity. For example, right now, a lot of our data, our health data, are actually not that safe if it's stored with even the government, right? Actually, because data privacy is getting more and more important right now. Yeah, but with this technology, you will have the power to say, I will only give you this piece of information and not all the others. Yeah, for example, if you go to a bar, all they need to know is if you're over 18, right? They actually don't need to know like where you live, what's your driver's license number. You don't need to give all that information in the future. But right now you do, right? Right now, in a lot of situations, you have to give up a lot of your personal information. Yeah, so it's actually putting the power back to end users. Yeah. So this movement is gonna affect all this, not just finance, but the entire, every single industry is gonna be changed. Yeah. So all these centralized finance is going to become decentralized finance. All right. Yeah. Let me show you something. Okay. This might be a little technical now, but I'll show you what it actually looks like.
On your current page, is it the right-hand side? All those sort of you call app that based on Ethereum network?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
So I think Kiki, that answer your question a little bit.
Yeah, Bitcoin only does one thing. It's a digital gold. But then Ethereum, actually, you can build all these apps on top of it. Yeah. Okay, so here's a decentralized exchange called BISQ, okay, which I'm using. So even like Binance is actually centralized. Binance, okay, but Binance right now is probably the best option for you to buy your crypto, right, through credit card or debit card, or you wire information to them, but it's still centralized. But did you hear actually FBI is going after them recently?
Yeah.
because it's centralized, right? But when it's decentralized, there's nobody that you can go after, really. Let me ignore. Okay, so this is a decentralized exchange. But I have to say right now, it's not as easy to use for most people, right? So here I can see who is willing to buy and sell Bitcoin. So these are all strangers almost, right? But this platform is basically an escrow, okay? So basically, BISC will first, for example, I want to buy Bitcoin and Sim wants to sell Bitcoin. Okay, so I first put an amount that's escrow by this platform. Let's say I put $500, and then Sim also put $500. So they hold the two amounts as a middleman, right? And then I will actually send, like, I want to buy Bitcoin, so I will actually send the money to Sim's bank account through e-transfer. And then once it's successfully transacted, then this middleman will they will actually release the escrow amount. Yeah. So so this way I can transact with anyone without risk, almost to say. Yeah. But don't transact with strangers face to face physically. I'm sure you heard many news in Hong Kong where people lost a few $1 million, right? Because they actually took a few $1 million and went to meet some stranger, and those are actually gangsters. And they kicked the woman out of the taxi, right? So don't do that, okay? Yeah.
Kiki has another question on the chat. She asks, how is it like how to evaluate if Ethereum, is it like how replaceable the technology is, and then the market share of Ethereum? Is there any other competing technology?
Well, it's hard to say because it's still developing, right? But right now, Ethereum is the second largest. Actually, in September, they're gonna move to, instead of what they call proof of work, it's gonna be moved to proof of stake. So proof of work means that, okay, let's see. Okay, so if you look at this model of decentralization, proof of work means that, like, if you consider all these computer nodes as miners, like they have to expense electricity, turn on the computer, it has to do like the mathematical calculations. So it's actually work, right? So the work is equivalent to mining gold in a mountain, right? So that's called proof of work. But not because of that, it's also slows down the network. So they're gonna change it to what we call proof of stake, means like how much Ethereum you own, right? Yeah, so there's gonna be a change in September, and we'll see what happens then, right? But all these other coins, like some of them are different networks and they're kind of competing. So you have to do your homework to understand what they're about. But I would think that if the first two already achieve such a huge market cap, it should be pretty safe. Yeah. But all the others, I would suggest you do your homework about what they are, right? So for example, there's all this other decentralized exchange called Uniswap. So you can swap from Ethereum to other coins using this one. So you can go, so let me show you exchange currency. So all these coins are already are already a form of currency. So if you go to currency converter, you can say, okay, Hong Kong dollars, let's say, oops, Hong Kong. Okay, let's say 1,000 Hong Kong dollars equals to BTC, Bitcoin. Right, so actually right now is 37, right? Or maybe I switch this to, whoop. Okay, one BTC. Okay, 1 Bitcoin equals to 290,000 Hong Kong dollars, right? So it's already a unit of currency, right? And here, Ethereum, it's actually a decentralized, so there's no middleman here. Okay, so I can say I want 1 Ethereum changed to, let's say, USDC. So USDC is pegged to 1 USDC is 1 US dollar. Okay, so USDC is issued by Coinbase. This exchange, Coinbase is one of the largest. They just IPO'd. Okay. Yeah, it's Coinbase, right? And there's also USDT, but I wouldn't recommend USDT. It's actually from Hong Kong, but recently they were under investigation. Okay. There's also yeah, so these are all these other coins that you need to study into to know what they are. There are many thousands of coins, right? But let's say I want to change my Ethereum to USDC. So 1 Ether equals to 2,700 USDC. And then I can say connect my wallet. And these are hard wallets. Have you seen these hard wallets? Yeah, Ledger hard wallets, right? And yeah, I need to connect to it so it will connect to my hardware. Yeah. And yeah, it will initiate my hardware wallet, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so let me see if I can show you again what the Bitcoin transaction. Yeah, because the QuickTime wasn't working just now. Okay, any more questions?
I want back to Kiki's question where about the Ethereum competitors. Would that be like Cardano's, like Polkadot, those still they're building their own network? Those kind are these like competitors with Ethereum network?
Yeah, they are competing. So you need to, like, let's say if you go to CoinGecko and you go to let's say Polkadot. Yeah, like you can read up like what they do, right? Like how is it different? And I would say your best friend is actually YouTube, right? Go to YouTube, look at, you know, some of the highly watched videos. Yeah. But I would say sometimes it's hard to know who to listen to. Yeah. One tip, at least I do, I would say listen to billionaires and listen to tech people. I don't listen to media people. I don't listen to bankers. I'm sorry. And I don't listen to government. Yeah. Because you will find like there are many different perspectives, right? So the reason why I don't listen to bankers is because, not that banker people are bad, it's because this technology is disrupting the banks, right? So it's like email disrupted the post office, or electric car is disrupting oil, like gasoline cars, right? So why would you want to listen to people that this technology is disrupting? And if you remember, a few years ago, JP Morgan said that Bitcoin is a scam. Okay. You know, and then if you trace back the whole history of Bitcoin's development, a lot of the media, Bitcoin obituaries. So Bitcoin already died like 4,000 times, 400 times, 416 times. Okay, in the media. The most recent death is May. Okay, and you can see some of these are from major medias. Okay, because the media, the way media survives is they want your eyeballs, so they just want to say something that attract your attention, right? So I would say don't listen to media people. And you can trace all the way back to 20110, right? So this is the first time Bitcoin died. It's here. And then 2011, 6 News, right? Yeah, some of them even quote, like, okay, so like, look, 2017 is the most deaths Bitcoin has been announced, right? So these are some of the media, that said it's not gonna work, right? It's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, right? It's Bloomberg, implausible. Business Insider says, and how many of you have been to Tony's Business Mastery? Do you remember Keith Cunningham mentioned that when in 2008, when or like he mentioned a few cases where Enron busted, right? But the whole media, all the bankers were saying it's going up, right? So I don't trust. I wouldn't trust what media says. I would trust what tech people says because they understand the code. And one person, I would say maybe Ivan on tech. Ivan, he actually trains blockchain programmers. Okay, he trains the programmers that builds these networks. Okay, so he has courses on Ethereum programming, right? Unity. Okay, but I'm not saying you need to know this, but basically I'm telling you he trains these programs who build all these apps. Okay, build all these new applications. So if you go to his YouTube channel, it's worth listening a bit, but also don't listen too much because he is also a KOL, and KOL is slightly like media, right? Because every day he has to pump out content, right? But at least I think listen to the way he explains the technology would be good. Yeah, but in terms of what to invest in, I actually listen to billionaires. I think because they know what they're doing. I listen to Michael Saylor a lot because he's like the front person, and he explains it pretty well. Like he's a tech person as well, and he explains it like pretty well why you would want to hold it and not day trade it. Okay. Yeah, I also would listen to Robert Kiyosaki. Although he's not a tech person, these rich people, they know which tech person is good or not, actually. And in recent years, he used to only talk about real estate, but recently he also talks about Bitcoin. And now he's telling you Bitcoin's on sale. It's a week ago. When it was 3,400, it's on sale. Yeah, it's like 50% off, right? Why don't you buy? But the normal market psychology is when it goes up, everybody rushes to buy. When it goes down, everybody doesn't want to buy. But it should be reversed, right? Yeah. And the reason why Bitcoin is scarce is because it's mathematically scarce. There's only 21 million Bitcoin ever gonna be produced. They already produced 19 million already. So not one person can own one Bitcoin in this world. If you can own one Bitcoin, you are in pretty good shape, I would say. Yeah. So so you can Robert Kiyosaki also talks a lot about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and he has a few people that he endorses as well, who are tech people who knows the space. Raw Powell, also I would listen to, and also who else? Mike Maloney. I think he does a really good documentaries about the history of money.
Kiki actually had two questions on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one is, do you recommend storing all your coins into wallet or putting on different platforms like Binance for interest for staking? That's the first question.
Okay, I actually think this way. Okay, my crypto wallet, this is like my checking account. So I only put like I only leave like a few hundred or thousand here just for small exchanges, right? Like actually everywhere I go, like even my hairdresser, I tipped her in Bitcoin. Like I tipped her like 20 Canadian US dollar in Bitcoin a few months ago, right? You know, so because the money actually grows by itself, right? So I treat this as a checking account. And then for my ledger, this is like the safe. So most of my cryptocurrency, I put it on the ledger. Yeah, because you don't want to be taking a lot of money outside, right? So, and the reason why ledger is safer is because it can be disconnected from the internet. Yeah, if you unplug the cable, it will be disconnected. So nobody can get your money unless they can put a finger on the button on your ledger, right? But even with your soft wallets, it could also be hacked. So it's not the safest, but it's safer, right? So I put small amount of money on here. Never, ever, 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 ever put your money on exchanges. Okay. I had put some money on exchanges before, like Einstein exchange. And guess what happened? I lost a few $100s here. So Einstein exchange also, there's a lot of hacking on these exchanges. So Einstein exchange went bust. It died, basically. So even with Binance, I won't put your money on these exchanges because it's like putting your money in you know those currency exchange places on the streets. It's like putting your money there. Like, why would you do that? Like, you're not in control of your money, right? So never put your money on exchanges. Yeah, you always need to put it back on your wallet, on your soft wallet or on your ledger hard wallet. Yeah. Yeah. So
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Second question from Kiki is regarding gold. Will you buy gold ETF or physical gold?
No, I won't buy gold ETF. Well, like I said, if you understand the whole purpose of this is you need to get rid of all the middlemen, right? I think it's for people who don't want to bother understanding, they go with middlemen, right? Of course, they sell you that, oh, you don't need to physical store your money and all that, but then if they go bust, your money goes bust with them, right? I actually do have physical gold, but I'm more towards cryptocurrency because physical gold is still worth something. It's just that if you see the previous like gold, like how much gold has appreciated in the past like 2 years compared to cryptocurrency and compared to Bitcoin, it's actually not that much, right? Let me see if I can find that. The gold versus let me see. Yeah, so I myself I wouldn't. I yeah. And it really depends on if you buy this way of thinking versus not. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just show you. So currently, well, this is already old data, but like almost 19 million is mined. Bitcoin's been mined. So after like 20, like we're 2021 here, right? So that's why it's still volatile. But once it's all mined, the circulation will be stable afterwards, right? So it's almost all mined already. Okay. So I would say, you know, get some while it's cheap. Yeah. Okay, so this is the gold and Bitcoin performance comparison. Okay, so just in 2020, Bitcoin's gain is 72% versus gold is 15%. Okay, and remember I said because of hyperinflation coming, if your salary is not making 25% every year, you're not catching up with inflation. So why would you go with like gold that is not catching up as much as Bitcoin, right? And historically, if you look at how Bitcoin has performed, if you look at the long term, so last quarter, 2020, Bitcoin has gained 74%, right? Of course, it's pretty volatile, right? It's up and down because right now still a lot of people don't understand it. They're fearful, so that's why it's going up and down. And if you look at the currency pairs, like between, like for example, Forex between Bitcoin and US dollar, it's 147% year-to-date performance versus all the other currency pairs is like 6%. Like it's crazy big, right? Oh, and also this one. Oops. Okay, so Bitcoin cumulative performance over the past 10 years is 6 million%. Versus if you put your money on NASDAQ, large caps, 500%. Do you see the difference here? Like, that's why I think it's a financial revolution, right? It's not just another investment vehicle. It's not the same as stocks, bond, cash, and crypto is not like that. I actually think that crypto is fundamentally changing the whole financial system. Yeah. It's not even apples to apples, right? It's apples and oranges, I think. Yeah. Okay, any more questions? Because Bitcoin is programmed to half every 4 years. So if you're in the Tony group, you might hear me talking about it. This was like even before May 2020, and that was only $8,000. So every 4 years, the supply of Bitcoin will halve. And when it halves, it means what? More scarce, right?
Lower the demand and lower the supply.
Lower the supply, and that means more people want it, right? Because yeah, it's so it's a huge invention, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the trajectory of Bitcoin. After every halving, it goes up, right? So we're here now actually. So yeah, it was only 8,000 last year. Now it's already 37K, right, today. Yeah. Of course it goes up and down, up. It's a roller coaster, right? So I would say just buy it when it's cheap, and just don't look at the news. Because otherwise you would get a heart attack. Yeah. Unless you really have time to study it, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh, also this one. From the first halving in 2012, back then, it was only 900 US dollars, right? And it increased 7,000%. The second halving was 2016, and the price back then was 650. So when, sorry, this was the price. It's 12 here. This is 650. When I knew about it in 2015, Tony's event, it was 500 here. Okay, so after halving, so now it's already 37K, right? And so this is the percentage increase. It's 2,900% increase.
I have a question.
Yep.
She said, when will you sell? Are you using it for storehold of wealth as well as capital gain?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell. Not gonna sell at all. I'll just be accumulating. Yeah, I mean, unless you need the money like for your daily expenses, right? But have you heard about the pizza story? Did you know about the pizza story, the Bitcoin pizza story?
No.
Okay. Oh, let me show you the pizza story. You see that's here. Okay. So I think back maybe 10 years ago, some people bought Bitcoin like very cheap, right? Like when it was a few dollars maybe. So they bought pizza, 2 slices of pizza, and now it's worth 80 million. So they spend the Bitcoin, and now it's worth $18 million. So why would you want to spend your Bitcoin? It's like, it's stupid to spend your Bitcoin because it's going to go up way in value, right? So don't use your Bitcoin. It's called hodling, HODL. And that's, oh, actually, if you listen to the twins, Mark Zuckerberg went into a lawsuit with these two twins because these two twins said Mark Zuckerberg actually stole their idea, right? So even their thesis, so after they won the battle on the legal battle, they took that money and created Gemini, which is an exchange, a crypto exchange, right? So their thesis is that Bitcoin rises 30-fold from here because it's digital gold. It disrupts gold, right? And if you watch this video, he talks about how his projection is Bitcoin the market worth will be 300 billion, and while gold is 9 trillion. So if Bitcoin is digital gold, is gonna rise to this like the 9 trillion mark, right?
There's another question from Bao. She asked, how do we know when to enter? Is there a technical chat that we should use? or just accumulate from time to time?
I think it's very hard to time the market because it moves very fast. But if you want, you can maybe subscribe to something called like Glassnode. It's on-chain market intelligence. It shows you the market sentiment. Wait, where is it? Product. Let's see, where is they have a analysis where they show you let's see. Let me see if they have a no interface. Yeah, so it actually shows you when the market is fearful and greedy. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, so it will show there are indicators that will show you like when it's good to buy or not, like from data, right? I personally, I will just, I think once you get into it, you will you would get a feel of because usually like at a mark of like, let's say now it's 37K. So once it breaks 40K, like you get a feel that like people are bullish, right? If it breaks below like 30K, like people are like bearish, right? So I think you just need to, be in the game long enough to know what's going on. Yeah. But there are these tools that will help you, to make some decisions, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions?
Elaine, I have one question.
Mm.
It seems like some big names like Elon Musk is, I don't know, manipulating the news and the sentiment. Like, it just seems to me that Bitcoin is highly manipulated. And then what's your view on that? And as an average investor, how do we get smart on those
Yeah.
news?
That's why I said it's important to know who to listen to, right? And Elon Musk, I think, listen to crypto experts. Like, he's not a crypto expert, right? His whole business is on energy, right? Like solar panels and electric cars and going to Mars and going to space. It's all about renewable energy and sustainable energy. So I wouldn't listen to him on this aspect. Like, I wouldn't even listen to, Hong Kong has a real estate guru like Si Ting, right? I won't listen to him because, like, for real estate, I will listen to him, but for crypto, I won't listen to him because what does he know about crypto, right? Yeah. Definitely the market is gonna be very manipulated, but if you believe in the long-term thesis of what I just said, then I would just accumulate whenever it goes down, right? Yeah. And don't worry, like I myself don't worry so much. It's like if I bought Amazon 15 years ago, right? like if you see the long horizon that internet shopping is going to be huge, why do you care like the daily fluctuation of the stock price? You know what I mean? Like it's the it's if you buy, like, I think taking a long-term view, like 10, 20 years from now, is the way I see it. Yeah. Otherwise, if you look at the charts every single day, you get heart attack. You go like, oh my god, like it went down like $10,000, right? Yeah. But if you believe in the long goal, then you won't be affected as much, right?
It's like the nature of the crypto, because crypto itself, it does not really produce things, but Amazon, the business will keep making money. So that's why I feel like maybe for some people, if it is a storehold of wealth, maybe like less percentage, but for your approach, you have like 40%. So it's
I have
different.
huge percent because my thesis is that, hey, the dollars you're holding right now, even Hong Kong dollars, it's fiat currency, right? It's being printed. Your money is getting diluted, right? It's not going to be worth that much. I mean, think about even living in Hong Kong, right? Remember 15 years ago, an apartment that's $4 million is a lot of money already, right? What is $4 million now? Maybe 14 million, right? Like if you want a decent apartment in Hong Kong, it's over 10 million already. So your money has been diluted. It's legally been diluted. You don't even know about it. Okay? I mean, that's my perspective. So if my money, if I keep it in fiat, it's just gonna be diluted, right? Like even if I'm a millionaire, like I'm nothing, right? In Hong Kong, being a millionaire is nothing. If you're not like maybe add a few more zeros, right? So that's my thesis, but you need to decide for yourself, what do you believe in, right? And I think that belief is even more important than the daily fluctuations of the market. Yeah. Of course, some people, they're like, oh, the government's gonna ban this, is not gonna work. But I myself, because I know a lot of tech people, I don't think it's possible to ban this. It's already too big, right? So for example, China just banned the crypto miners, right? The exchanges. Yeah, but actually every few years they do the same thing. India also announced a ban, but recently they reversed it again. Did you hear? Because the Ethereum founder donated Ethereum to India, and then suddenly they said, okay, it's fine again, right? Yeah. So if you just watch the news, if you're going with the mass crowd, you're just gonna make all the wrong decisions, because when everybody's up, you go up. Everybody's down, you go down. No, you should be doing the reverse, right? I bought most of my crypto, my Bitcoin, when it went down, when it was 201, beginning of 2018. Yeah. Beginning of 2018, when it went down to 3,500, that's when I bought most of my crypto. Right? But that is actually reverse psychology, right? Because most people won't do that. Like now that Bitcoin went down half from 64,000 to 34,000 just last week, most people are like, oh my god, I'm so scared leaving, right? Hello. But if you watch the billionaires and the, like, Justin's son just bought 150 million Bitcoin. That's why I say I would watch the rich people, not the media. Okay, so Justin's son, although he's the founder of Tron, like one of the cryptos, he just bought 150 million when it went down at a price of 36, because it's cheap. It's at a discount, right? But most of the market would be like, oh my God, it's going down 50%. I'm leaving, right? Yeah, and Michael Saylor also bought recently too. Michael Saylor Bitcoin purchase. Yeah, you'll see him buying every single time when there's a dip. Yeah, he's already owning like so much, right? Like $4 billion.
I'm quite curious, why do they announce they buy so much? It's, like
they're public companies, right? In fact, Michael Saylor, his Bitcoin is making more money for him than his business. Yes, even Elon Musk. Yeah, his Bitcoin holding is making more money for him than his business. Yeah. And if you listen to him, like why he bought Bitcoin, you would understand that because he also believes that holding fiat currency like dollars, there's just no way his business can make back the inflation, right? So that's why he needs to move all his assets to scarce assets, which is Bitcoin. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I would follow him on YouTube. Michael. Yeah, every single day he has like a video, like interview by somebody else. Yeah. 6 days ago. I would believe him more than Elon Musk, because Elon Musk, I don't know, like why would he go on Saturday Night Live to talk about Dogecoin, right? Oh, plus Dogecoin, the original founders of Dogecoin even sold all their own currency already. Dogecoin and founders sold out. So they already sold everything in 2015. So Dogecoin began as a joke, actually. So I don't know why Elon Musk is doing since supporting Dogecoin. Yeah. Although it went up.
Julie.
Hmm?
Sorry, Julie had a question to ask. Would you or did you buy Bitcoin now that that's a dip?
I did. I didn't, but I already hold quite a bit. So I think I'm not gonna go 100%, but I think I already hold enough. Yeah. So, but I would buy at the dip now if I didn't have hold so much already.
Elaine, can you explain a bit of your approach? Like, how much is enough for you to hold Bitcoin? Like, are you replacing it with gold and other asset classes?
I don't hold much cash anymore, actually. Yeah. I think the banks don't like me because I'm just holding enough cash for my daily expenses, but the majority is in real estate or crypto or other like gold and other things. And yeah, I might, like I said, if you're not risk averse, maybe 1% of your entire like wealth. If you're a bit more risk, you know, you want to take more risk, maybe 5%, 10%. Yeah, and then maybe once you get more familiar, you can increase it, right? So and even all the fund managers will tell you 1% only, because like I think you always have to look at the motivation behind that person, right? If they're a fund manager and they tell you 40%, like they will get their ass kicked, right? Like if it tanks 50%, they're gonna get their ass kicked. So they also want to be safe, right? So yeah, I would watch out for who you listen to, because very early on, because I listened to Robert Kiyosaki, I figured, hey, why should I listen to my bank manager? she has a job, right? She's not an investment expert, right? Like if she was a billionaire, I would listen to her, but I think, yeah, listen to people who actually walk the talk almost. Yeah. Like I wouldn't listen to a professor who teaches entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? If the professor is taking a salary and they're teaching you how to do business, I won't listen to him because he hasn't run a business before. So yeah, that's my take, really. So did I answer your question, Julie? Let me see if I can do this again. Any more questions? Okay, let me see if I can show my screen on QuickTime because just now it's not showing up. But if not, then we'll just send you the crypto. It was Mei and Key, right?
Kiki. Yeah.
Kiki, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oops, maybe I have too much open right now. Oops. It's not showing my screen. Anyway, so what you can do is Mei and Kiki, you can send your if you go to the BRD wallet and you should first see Bitcoin, right? So click on the Bitcoin and then go to this screen and then click on receive. So if you click on receive, there will be a QR code coming up. And send me your QR code and I'll send you some crypto, some Bitcoin.
Thank you.
Yeah, I personally think the easiest way to get people to try it, right? Yeah. And right now, I think in Hong Kong, maybe the best way is to go on Binance to purchase. Yeah. Have you guys used Binance?
Yes.
Yeah, Binance. Yeah. Because the difference is if you go to a crypto ATM, the fees are a bit higher, but some of the crypto ATM, the good thing is they don't need KYC. You know what's KYC? KYC means know your customer. So I'm sure you've experienced, if you go on these centralized exchanges, they need your passport, your photo ID, like they need a lot of information, right? So that's the downside of buying on centralized exchanges. So meaning if one day the government forces these crypto exchanges to hand over all their customer data, then you'll be on the list, right? You have to pay, tax, right? Yeah. Okay, so maybe Kiki and Mei, you can send us your QR code for the Bitcoin. Yeah.
Actually, yay. Kiki,
Okay.
can you do that? Because I haven't downloaded this one, but I only have the Binance.
No, you don't have to have this one. I will let you know. You don't have to have BRD wallet. You have other wallet. All of the wallet have address.
Yeah,
so I can let you know.
Use, other wallets as well. It doesn't have to
Okay,
be.
yeah. Binance.
I think BRD is designed more beautifully and easy to understand. Yeah, like I've used like Jack's wallet. I think it's a bit confusing. Yeah, and the other ones are just not designed as well, I think. Okay. Any more questions?
Okay.
I have one question, like how can we follow you and continue the learning?
Okay. I actually have a Telegram group with 150 people already, and we're all sharing. We're just sharing, right? I can send you the link here. Let's see. Let me load it. Yeah, so there's a lot of Tony people in the Telegram group. Yeah, you can join this, and then yeah, we can share. Yeah, it's just sharing, it's not financial advice. Oh, wait, do you see the link on the WhatsApp group? Yeah, so it's called Mastermind Crypto. So I've done several talks. That's why we've accumulated a bunch of people who's interested in this topic and wants more support from each other, right? Yeah, so it's this Mastermind Crypto group. Okay?
Just joined. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, this is the Mastermind. Okay, yeah, you did. Okay, so actually, if you scroll back up, there's a lot of information, like a lot of links that people has posted before. Okay. All right. Well, hope that's helpful. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you
Contact
very much.
Mei Mei and Kiki, right?
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Elaine.
Thank
Bye.
you.